How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Surviving Rocklahoma, your official podcast of Rocklahoma. I am your host with the locks that rocks, and it is Monday night at 9 p.m. It is time for your semi-weekly edition of Surviving Rocklahoma. Loud, local, and live. Glad to have everybody in the comments. Look at all of you live viewers already. Do me a favor, guys. Do me a sound check. Let me know if you guys are hearing me okay. Thank you. Thank you for that shirt. Compliment. This is a very nice shirt. And remember, folks, you can get one just like it by visiting the website, www.survivingrocklahoma.com. Loud and clear. Let's go to the comments real quick. I see Lori Brass is in the comments. I see Becca as well. Thank you for that sound check. I see my man Darren Pilkington in the comments. And let me tell you, Darren and Fallon have been kicking some butt the last couple of weeks on this Rocklahoma Campgrounds map. That is something we're going to be talking about here later on in the show. I also see Sin of Saints. We're going to be hearing from them here in a little bit. There's one of my favorites, Songbird Sparrow of Infall is in. I also see Lori from Camp Morningwood. Matt Mayo is there as well. Janelle from Camp Corruption, tagging some folks in the comments. And you know what, guys? That is a very, 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 very good idea. Tag everybody that might want to go to Rocklahoma, or is currently going, and maybe they just, they got room for a couple other folks. Well, tag them in the comments, because at the end of tonight's broadcast, I am going to be giving away 2 more GA passes. That is one set of GA passes to Rocklahoma 2023. You've got to watch the whole show, though. I'll let you know how you're going to win. I will give you a hint. Hint number 1 is you got to tag somebody. I just need to see at least one tag. One tag. That's all I need. Aside from that, folks, we have some pretty serious things to talk about in the show as well. We want to thank everybody for joining us. Man, I can't even keep up with all of these comments. We're just going to have to roll on. And I tell you what, I'm getting parched already. So before we crack open our ceremonial beer, let's pay some bills. And we're going to do that by, obviously, we got to pay homage to DEB Concerts, who answers the question, what do you want to do with your life? I want to rock. And Rocky does. Rocky has been doing, not only at the BOK Center, but he's been powering the Roadhouse stage as of late. The DEB concert stage is a staple at Rocklahoma. In the last couple of years, they are under the safety and the shade of a big giant tent, and it's called the Roadhouse, and that's going to be back this year, along with that lineup. Oh my gosh, guys. And some of these folks I know you're going to be seeing on that stage. I can't speak as to who. I haven't heard. But some folks that he has brought through the BOK recently was Brett Michaels, Poison. Also, let's not forget Snoop Dogg, Warren G, Ice Cube, In Flames, Lamb of God. I mean, the list, it already goes on. And, he's going to keep on doing it. So thank you so much to DEB Concerts for powering Surviving Rocklahoma. Also want to give a huge shout out to At Your Service Rentals, your source of portable restrooms for Rocklahoma. Now, if you don't want to share a restroom with hundreds of other people, you can get your own portable restroom for your campsite, not only for Rocklahoma, but born and raised as well. Just head on over to aysrentals.com. They are now taking reservations for those portable restrooms for your campsites. Even if you can't swing it, they are supplying portable restrooms throughout the property and inside the festival as well. But you know how it goes, late at night and the festival's closed and there's a line at the restroom and, around the corner. And what's Cousin Eddie doing over there, huh?
Dinner was full.
All right, well, he didn't call AYS Rentals. Don't be like Cousin Eddie. You can reserve your restroom now. Now, also, make sure that you're following Surviving Rocklahoma as well, because in years past, we have also given away portable restroom rentals and RV services in years past, and I believe this year will be no exception. So keep following the podcast in the weeks leading up to Rocklahoma and Born and Raised. Also want to give a huge thanks to Camp ROK-A-VET, who has been rocking the veterans of Rocklahoma for a couple of years now, and they do it for no reason but because of the goodness of their hearts, because they believe music is medicine, and they want to give as much music to as many veterans as possible. And over the last couple of years, we've given away over 60 passes to Rocklahoma through Camp ROK-A-VET to our wonderful veterans. We've also given away passes to Born and Raised and other concerts in the meantime. So if you're a veteran, even if you're not a veteran, if you just want to support the troops, head on over to Camp ROK-A-VET on Facebook, and you can find out how you can either maybe get that special veteran in your life entered in some of these contests so that they can win some concert tickets, or you can give back and participate in one of their many fundraising projects that they have going on. Remember, folks, this is an aspiring nonprofit group, so it's just a matter of time before they get that official status. But here in the underground world, we don't have a problem with the unofficial title. We've been the unofficial podcast for several years, until just recently have we become legitimate. And that is very much to the due to the thanks and support of not only you guys in the audience, those of you watching, but as well as these wonderful sponsors as well. I see Justin Hoppy, a.k.a. the Flamingo, is in the comments. Hey, what's up, Adam Raymond? Another Adam is there. Chris Roberts, next year I'm taking vacation the Wednesday of Rocklahoma till the following week. Not a bad idea, buddy. I have to do it. I have to ask, what exactly is a deuce? It's a typo. It's a typo, Oh, love yous. I love you, dude. I love you. All right. So, man, it had me laughing so bad I slammed the board. Well, that's freaking hilarious. Okay, moving on. I tell you what, let's just all loosen up our tangled tongues with pumping the top of a frosty beverage of your choice. Cheers, everybody. Matthew, I believe that may just be you, buddy, because everybody else is saying that they've got great audio. If it persists, try reloading the stream or using a different device. All of you in the comments, amazing. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you guys for all of those likes as well. Remember to tag a friend or two that you know wants to go to to go to Rocklahoma 2023, because we will be giving some tickets at the end of the show. Now, we've got something to talk about first, guys. Now, we've got a music festival just around the river Bend. Oh, wrong side. I got to figure this out. There we go. Rock the River is coming up June 15th through the 18th, and you know Surviving Rocklahoma is going to be there covering it. We've got the Cottonmouth Kings, Paralandra, Josie Scott, the original voice of Saliva, Tantric, Seventh Day Slumber Shelter in Place, and a whole host of other bands. Remember, if you would like to sponsor this festival here in my hometown of Tahlequah, Oklahoma, they do have sponsorship opportunities available, and I understand they've got some package deals in there to make it worth your while. You know, Surviving Rocklahoma is sponsoring it. We're going to be there doing some interviews with yous. We're also going to be floating the river, and we're going to be covering those bands and maybe even getting a few interviews with those artists as well. Remember, guys, it is so affordable to come on down to Tahlequah, Oklahoma, June 15th through the 18th. And don't forget, if you went to Rocklahoma 2022, save your Rocklahoma wristband, because I will be giving away a couple of guitars at Rock the River. One of those, these guitars are also signed by Josie Scott. Whenever we bumped into him at the Rocklahoma Music Festival last year in the media tent, he was just there chilling out, hanging out. I heard several folks saying he was just psyched to see Count 77. Don't forget, we did interview Danny the Count Coker just before the music festival last year. So head on over to YouTube so you can catch out that interview. In the meantime, we are going to be giving away a couple of guitars at Rock the River. It's going to be that Saturday. You don't have to camp. You don't have to float. You are going to have to pay to get in and watch the show. I'm sorry. There's a lot of bands. We'll treat you. You'll have a great experience. It'll be well worth the money. Support that local music for your chance to win signed guitars. And Camp ROK-A-VET has also volunteered to help me with the registration. So when you get to Rock the River, head on over to the big old bus. They'll get you some details before the time, and you'll register, show them your wristband. Now, veterans, be sure you bring your military card or your state issue ID that shows you're a veteran, so that we can get you registered for another guitar, because we're going to be giving away two. One that is open to anyone and everyone that went to Rocklahoma 2022, and one that is going to be going to just a veteran. Yes, I did already crack open a cold one, Matthew, but you still got time to catch up. So go ahead and crack that one open if you haven't already, and kick back and enjoy while we discuss some upcoming music festivals. Now, we're the official podcast. We kind of share the name, so we're going to talk about Rock The Equinox before we talk about Rock. Got too much things going on at once. Rock The Equinox, yes. We are also going to be rocking the Equinox, and we've got a special announcement. We have the lineup, and that lineup is, oh my gosh, I am so excited about this. you know what? Let's go ahead and just break into it. So, Rock the Equinox, if you guys are not familiar with it, is this festival that takes place in Stigler, Oklahoma at Lake John Wells. It's a free festival, folks. You just pull up, find a place to camp, pitcher or set up camp, and go rock out for the weekend. I'll also be bringing one of my bounce houses to the festival as well. So there's plenty to do to keep the kiddos occupied while we're out there jamming out. There's going to be the bounce house, there's food trucks, and there's a freaking lake to go swimming in. So it's an amazing time. And I tell you what, let's go ahead and find out who our lineup is going to be. So without further boom, there you go. So let me pull it up so that it's easier for me to see. We've got Shotgun Funeral, Sin and Scar, The Destination, War Pony, Fist of Rage, 357, Travis Bond and the Rebel Souls, Derek Randall. Now that's Friday night. Saturday night, September 30th, from 2 p.m. till 12 p.m. We're going to have a band that you are about to hear later on in the broadcast. We will be bringing you their debut single from Store Riot. We've also got Treachery, Monkey Thumb, Open Addiction, Rant, Infall, The Almas, Edge Over Edge, Kira, and a special... Guys, I haven't seen these guys perform together in a while. King Shifter is going to be at Rock The Equinox. Oh my gosh. So let me move this over here where I can see it better again. And we're going to go through this list one more time. Once again, this is Rock The Equinox. It's going to be taking place in Stigler, Oklahoma at Lake John Wells. Free admission, Friday, September 29th, Shotgun Funeral, Sin and Scar, The Destination, War Pony, Fist of Rage, 357, Travis Bond and the Rebel Souls, Derek Randall, Saturday, September 30th, Store Riot, Treachery, Monkey Thumb, Open Addiction, Rant, Infall, The Almas, Edge Over Edge, Kira, Kingfisher. You can check out Rock The Equinox Stigler on Facebook, and you can get all of the information, and you can see photos and all posts from the past 7. This is the 8th annual Rock The Equinox. Congratulations, Lori Brass and Josh and Tammy and Matt Mayo and everybody who is involved with this festival. It is absolutely awesome. I've been going for the last 3 or 4 years. I just have a blast every time. And the last couple of years, the Big Old Bus was out there as well, keeping things alive in the after hours. That's Rock The Equinox, September 29th through the 30th. Thank you so much, Lori, for allowing me the honor of announcing this lineup right here on the podcast. Absolutely stacked. Thank you. Yes, Brandon was right. A little bit was right. Badass lineup. So we've also been working behind the scenes, getting prepared for the Rocklahoma season. Now, we've been working very, very hard on this Rocklahoma Campgrounds map. Well, we'll be honest about things. Fallon and Darren have been working very, very hard on the Rocklahoma Campgrounds map. Darren has put together a very efficient form for submitting your campsite to the Rocklahoma Campgrounds map. And Fallon is doing an amazing job at compiling all the data from those submissions from that form that's been posted to survivingrocklahoma.com of all of these folks who want to have their campsites listed on this public map, so everybody knows where to go for the parties, for the events, just to see really cool campsites where people go all out and decorate it and all of these other things. I've been looking at this map as it rolls in, guys, and there are more events on this year's campgrounds map than has ever been. I would dare say almost twice as many events. There's so many that it doesn't matter where you're at. There's something going to be going on at the same time. Now remember, folks, this is a campground made up of tens of thousands of people. It is impossible for everybody to avoid doing something at the same time on the same day of that weekend. So just do what you want to do, honey boo. If you want to go all out and you want to have a party, if you want to have an event and you want to say, hey, I'm doing this really cool thing, all of you all come over and come hang out with me and let's have some fun. Well, that's exactly what the Rocklahoma Campgrounds map is for. I am seeing some folks. I am sorry. No, I will not be bringing my bouncers to Rocklahoma. I do apologize. Now, I do know that Camp Asylum will have a bounce house. It ain't mine, but they will have one. I can't do it because mine are commercial and I've got insurance, so I can't do it for business reasons. But there will be one in the campgrounds. I have it on really good authority. And a huge shout out and give them some love over at Camp Asylum, because I've seen them put out an announcement that they're going to have a bounce house. And I'm going to go get all feeling good, and then I'm going to go jump in there because you know what? It ain't mine. But yeah, so you're going to find all of those things on the Rocklahoma Campgrounds map. But I will say, remember, folks, if you submit to this campgrounds map, remember it is public. So if you want to go to Rocklahoma and you want to stay in obscurity and you just want to appear when you want to appear and you don't want anyone to know where you're at, that's fine, no judgment. You probably don't want to list your name on the map. Now, the reason why we did this on my website rather than Facebook is because a lot of folks are having issues with Facebook, whether it be that they're getting put in Facebook jail, whether their accounts are banned or suspended or any of this other stuff. So we took it off of the almighty social media platform and we put it on my website where I have full control of it. And we have this form that you're also going to use your Google account. Now, I have had a few folks that have expressed, be it concern or preference, that they don't want to have to sign in to do this form, and I appreciate that. We prefer you do it anyway. This is the price of convenience, y'all. Here's the alternative. If I don't have you all sign in to put your campsite on this map, the internet is full of bots and AI, and they will blow it up, and we will just have tons of entries that may not even be real. And we don't want it, folks, to spam us and get a bunch of crap in there that doesn't belong. And it wastes our time, it wastes your time, and it makes everything take way longer. And I know you guys have got to be at least a fraction of almost as impatient as I am. So we're just going to try to keep things easier. Now, if you just can't get the Rocklahoma Campgrounds map form to work for you on survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com, please feel free to email me at survivingrocklahoma@gmail.com, and we'll get you on the list. Now, let me check back into the comments real quick. All right. Now, folks, I've got a, is there going to be a scavenger hunt this year? One of the Rocklahoma bitches, Kendra, asks if there is going to be a scavenger hunt at Rocklahoma this year. And the answer is yes, there is going to be an amazing scavenger hunt this year. It is being put on, thank you to our resident Flamingo, Justin Hoppy, as well as Fallon, who's been helping him out. They've been combining their forces in a Camp Flocking Nightmare, and Camp Flocking Nightmare will be hosting the scavenger hunt, and there's going to be a ton of different cool things that are going to be going along with this scavenger hunt. And I have been given the privilege of donating the grand prize for this year's Rocklahoma scavenger hunt, which will be not these guitars, but the guitars that I get signed by the artists that I get to interview and come in contact with at Rocklahoma 2023. These guitars will be riding with me all weekend long, and everybody I bump into, everybody I'm able to come over and visit Surviving Rocklahoma's media area, we're going to have them signed a couple of guitars, and those guitars will be given away Sunday night after the festivities, live on Surviving Rocklahoma. And you will also, we'll have 2 guitars, I believe. Oh, yeah, he'll see it later. Yeah. Oh, so much stuff going on. Yes. Lori did mention that we have something. You know what? I tell you what. I've got a winner to announce, and we're going to do it later on here after a while. We're going to circle back to Rock The Equinox. I've got a special name that I get to announce. And also, don't forget, we are also going to be giving away 2 general admission passes to Rocklahoma. Guys, this isn't a donation. This isn't something that I bought. This isn't somebody else that bought. This is from Rocklahoma themselves, who have officially given us the okay to give away 5 sets of GA passes. Our last Surviving Rocklahoma Live, we gave 1 away. We'll be giving 1 away tonight. After tonight, you will have 3 more chances. This is the last night that it's going to be something extremely super easy. The next 3, I'm going to make you work for them. So and right now, the first clue on how to win tonight's set of tickets is you had to have tagged at least 1 person in the comments. So hopefully you're tagging somebody who doesn't already have tickets, or somebody who's not already showing. But yes, tag somebody if you haven't already for a chance to win 2 general admission passes to Rocklahoma 2023. Alrighty. And Paige Jordan in the comments says the second place winner of this year's Rocklahoma scavenger hunt gets 50-ounce apple pie with 2 candy bracelets donated by Drunken Irish. That's awesome. Alrighty, folks. We've got a very serious topic that I've kind of been stalling a little bit tonight, just because this is a very difficult topic and something that is near and dear to all of us. As a lot of you know, we lost a dear friend and family to the Rocklahoma community this weekend. He was a veteran, and I don't know what more I can say. It's not my place to say. I wish I could say that I was a friend to Frank. I know we bumped into each other. I know I've spoken to him a few times, but I've never been blessed enough to be in the same circles long enough for us to become those acquaintances. But his passing this weekend has sent shockwaves through the Rocklahoma family. He was very much involved in the Big O Bus, as well as Camp ROK-A-VET, and he had a lot of projects in the works with a lot of folks, and he was a very kind soul from everyone that I've heard talk about him. And this is why we do things every year. This is one reason why we do the Naughty Mile, is so that we can remember the folks of us, our friends and our family that aren't there to rock with us at our favorite festival. And every year we start on one end of the property and we walk across to for a full mile to the other end. And what started for one friend is now become a tradition, an annual memorial walk that we do every year. And we invite everyone to bring their photos, blow them up, and walk with us as we walk across in the Naughty Mile. We've also had someone volunteer, and we are looking at we are going to have a stop halfway across the Naughty Mile, and we're going to have a toast, a ceremonial toast, in honor, yes, of everybody who isn't there with us this year, but and everybody whose spirit we're carrying with us. There is also going to be a memorial wall that will be, I believe, placed somewhere by the Big O Bus this year at Rocklahoma, and everybody is invited to print out a large photo of your rock friends or family, and we will put it on that wall so that everybody can see and remember. And we'll do a cheer, we'll do a toast, and then we'll continue out the mile. But that's something that we're going to do to remember all of the folks that aren't with us, and especially this wonderful, wonderful individual who we just recently lost this weekend. So if you all would please join me in right at exactly 1 minute as we break for a moment of silence before we go into a special musical feature that I would like to dedicate to Frank Nito.
see me fail. Just how I feel, are they trying to be nice? I never knew anything about this world I'm living in. It feels cold and lonely and no one cares if I'm dead or I'm alive. Does anyone in the world even give a damn about what I'm doing? So don't tell me everything will be alright, 'cause I'm falling.
That was Sin of Saints with It'll Be All Right. And remember, folks, if you need to talk to somebody, always reach out. I mean, mental health is not something to play around with. It's not something to make light of, and it is something that is very real. More people than ever deal with it. And this is not just me saying it, but this is somebody that deals with it too, y'all. So mental health is very real, and you never know what somebody is going through at any particular time in their life. So just be good to each other. That's all we got to do, folks. With that being said, y'all, we have got some great events coming up, especially, even this week. We got Demon Hunter this week is going to be, this is going to be going on at the Diamond Ballroom at 7:30 p.m. Now, this Saturday is going to be Texas Hippie Coalition at the Diamond Ballroom. Guys, not only are you going to be singing seeing Texas Hippie Coalition, but you will also be getting to see a Rocklahoma 2022 band like before will be playing as well, along with Gravel and Nevermind the Embers. Also going on in Oklahoma City is Bruce-O-Rama, starring Bruce Campbell. However, it is a sold-out show. Tell me all, has anybody here, not to get too far off topic, but have you guys seen the new Evil Dead Rises movie? I went and watched that this weekend with my wife. And, well, before I say this, my daughter loves, horror movies and not so much slasher flicks, but we took my daughter as well, and woo, it's very much Evil Dead, but it is also very different. And I'm not going to give you any spoilers yet, but it is not your typical Bruce Campbell, Sam Raimi, Evil Dead movie. What they took out a lot of humor and replaced it with some extremely gory, brutal content. So be ready, because Evil Dead Rising is very much a gory flick. I loved it though. I had fun. I thought it was a great film. Let's see what else we got coming up. We've got Gojira going on at the official zoo amphitheater in Oklahoma City now. Coming up in June, don't forget Britt Floyd, 50 years of the dark side at Tulsa Theater. Now, we've got some other things, we told you a little bit about next week, but I have been talking for weeks past about Rock the River, June 15th through the 18th. The Cottonmouth Kings is going to be in Tahlequah. I can say that with pretty solid confidence that they've never been through my neck of the woods before. We've also going to have the original voice of Saliva. Josie Scott is going to be playing, as well as Paralandra, Tantric, Seventh Day Slumber, Shelter in Place, Awaken the Giant, Magdalene Rose, The Almas, Machines, Etched in Embers, Nine Left Dead, Mad Libby, Drek, Scarlet View, The Normandies, We Are Araya, Travis Bond and the Rebel Souls, Chasing Yesterday, Fist of Rage, From the Grave, Infall, Apples of Eden, Sabretooth, Until Now, Sin of Saints, A Dim Light, Still Knocked, Pariah System, Two Pieces, and Freitas. Guys, I'm getting winded just reading all of those folks. Here, I'll let you look at the graphic. This is going to be June 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th right here in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. I am so happy to have all of my Rocklahoma family right here in my backyard. I'm going to be one of the first ones there. I know it. I'm going to be there all weekend. I'm bringing the podcast. We're going to get a kayak if I can figure out a way to come into possession of one. I think I'm going to tag one up, maybe sell some ad space for you guys. Local businesses can tag it up. We're going to put my GoPro on it. We'll have some adventures out there on the Illinois River. I'll also have my mobile live stream so that we'll be doing broadcasts throughout the weekend. And I've also got my photographer, straight from Photography by Angel Lee, my own Rebel Angel, will be in town, and she's going to be getting some amazing photographs as well. So if you see my trusty photographer around, make sure that you pose for those photos so that she can put you in her photo album and you guys can show everybody. So great way to get some great photos of yourself and your crew, your squad, your whatever you want to call it. Jason Troyer says he's gonna miss the 17 because he's gonna be seeing Liliac. Oh, they're such a great show, y'all. From the Grave Rocks, yes they do. That lineup is awesome. Yes, it is, Stacy. Thank you so much. Speaking of, I had, and we got another festival, you may remember, called Rock The Equinox. We started talking about it a little bit in the beginning of the show, and I've actually got somebody's name that I need to say as soon as I can get my Facebook to come up here. Let's pull up the laptop. Let's do this. I know what it was. So Lori had a giveaway, a swag bag, I believe, and she's got a winner. And I need to announce this really quick because I told her I would. Make sure I've got my information right. All right, so they got a winner of the swag bag contest, and for Rock the Equinox. Let me get this Rock the River lineup off so no one gets confused. Congratulations, Mr. Chris Bocockenballs. You have won a swag bag. You may contact Lori for the details. Congratulations. And hey, everybody, and let me get a fake studio audience. That's right. Congratulations, Chris. Now, I got something that I can give away, and I'm going to give it away here after this song. If you would like to win a set of 2 general admission passes to Rocklahoma 2023, you had to have done 1, tag a friend. 1 tag will work. You can tag as many as you want. It's not going to give you any more entries, but you had to have tagged 1 person. You also had to have put the hashtag surviving Rocklahoma. It's right there on the thing. Hashtag surviving Rocklahoma. 1 lucky winner is going to win passes to general admission passes to Rocklahoma 2022 after this break, because I want each and every one of you guys to set through this next song, because I am so excited to debut this new single from this band that I had no idea was even becoming a thing. And then all of a sudden I get a message and say, hey, guess what? Me and these talented musicians, we're putting a band together and we want you to debut our new song. And so, you know what? Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Dime Store Riot. And that was Dime Store Riot with, that was their debut, y'all. That was their broadcast debut, coming out with The Coldest Winter. And you're going to be seeing them at Rock The Equinox later on this year. I've read you the lineup. Go check out Rock The Equinox on Facebook. Give them a like, give them a follow, do all of that good stuff. Make sure that you check out Dime Store Riot on Facebook, and make sure you give them all the love in the world. Let's give them some love, y'all. Studio audience. That never gets old. Alrighty, y'all. So, with that being said, this is only an hour show, so it is time to start winding things down. And, at the beginning of every show, towards the end of every show, I like to wrap it all up with the same way. And first thing I'd like to do is say thank you. Thank you so much for supporting the podcast, for tuning in each and every week. We cracked 50 live viewers this week, almost got up to 60. And you know what? I'm even sending somebody to Rocklahoma 2023 scot-free. No, it's not scot-free. That's not the name. The name was... Where is it at? Stacy King. Stacy King, you are going to Rocklahoma for free. Thank you so much for tagging your friend and using the hashtag Surviving Rocklahoma. I'll be getting with you later on. Do me a favor and go ahead and email survivingrocklahoma at gmail.com, and I will get back with you. I'll get your contact information, and I'll get you that to the Rocklahoma people so they can get you your tickets. Then these usually roll out. I've never given one straight away from them, but they said about a month or two away from the event. But I'm keeping a list. So we now got 2 winners this year. This week's winner was Stacy King Thomas. Congratulations. And see, it saves you money to watch and listen to Surviving Rocklahoma podcast. Now, if you have a band or you are friends with a band and, they would like to be featured on the podcast, it's super easy. All you got to do is email me and submit your music. Now, if you're going to be playing in the area, throw that in too, so I can let everybody know where you're going to be playing. For example, Dime Store Riot, who we just featured not a couple of minutes ago, they're going to be at Rock The Equinox. And they are going to be having their debut concert here in just a couple of, I believe, a couple of weeks. Quote me if I'm wrong there. The best way to find out is to check out their Facebook page, Dime Store Riot. Now, also, I want to thank Sin of Saints for allowing me to dedicate their music tonight and allowing us to feature them. And we caught up with Sin of Saints at Rocklahoma 2022. You can catch that interview along with just about all the other interviews we've done on the YouTube channel. But it doesn't matter how you are consuming the content. Make sure that you like, follow, and subscribe. But let me go back into the comments one more time. Yeah, June 10th. I thought it was June 10th. Yes, June 10th, Dime Store Riot will be playing at the Shrine. So you definitely do not want to miss that one. All right, y'all. That does it for me. as I said, this is an hour show. I do want to thank the sponsors again. Once again, thank you so much to DEB Concerts for supporting the podcast. I want to give a huge shout out to At Your Service Rentals. And let's not forget Camp ROK-A-VET, who continues to keep giving that medicine of music. And it's because of these folks that there is so much more support out there for our veterans, and also helping to give them that medicine and help them find their way through the ugliness that we all find ourselves in this world. And I really do, guys. Please be good to each other, be good to yourselves, and always, always stay on the positive side of life. Until next time, as always, rock on.